Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you like tech and helpful tips, don't forget to subscribe. Let's get started.
Encountering the install_failed_ABIs error, often accompanied by failed to extract native libraries RES113, can be incredibly frustrating when trying to install an Android application. This error fundamentally means there's a mismatch between the application's compiled architecture and your device's CPU architecture. Android apps often include native libraries, compiled for specific chipsets like ARMv7, ARM64, x86, or x86_64. If your device is, for instance, an ARM64 device, and the APK you're trying to install only contains x86 native libraries, your device won't be able to run those essential components, leading directly to this failure. It's like trying to put a square peg in a round hole, or running a Windows program directly on a Mac without compatibility layers. The most common scenarios where this error pops up include sideloading applications from third-party sources like APKMirror, downloading older versions of apps, or trying to install apps on an emulator with an incorrect architecture/ABI setting. The RES113 part specifically points to the system's inability to extract and utilize these mismatched native libraries. So, how do we fix this? The primary solution revolves around ensuring you have the correct version of the APK that matches your device's processor architecture. First, you need to identify your device's CPU architecture. Most modern Android devices use ARM64, ARM64v8A. Older devices might use ARMv7, ABIv7A, and some specific devices or emulators might use x86 or x86_64. You can easily find this information using a hardware info app from the Play Store, such as Droid Hardware Info or CPUZ. Install one of these, navigate to the System or CPU tab, and look for instruction sets or ABI. Make a note of it, for example, ARM64v8H. Once you know your device's ABI, the next critical step is to find an APK that explicitly supports it. If you're downloading from a site like APKMirror, you'll often see multiple variants of an app listed, each specifying the supported ABIs. Look for the version that includes your device's architecture. For instance, if your device is ARM64v8A, download the APK variant that specifies ARM64v8A. Sometimes, an APK might be a universal package containing libraries for multiple ABIs, but these are larger and less common for sideloading specific older versions. Be cautious and always prioritize the specific ABI match. If the app is provided as an Android app bundle or a set of split APKs, you might need a special installer like Split APKs Installer SAI from the Play Store to correctly combine and install all necessary components, as simply installing the base APK won't suffice. For developers encountering this error during testing, ensure your Android Virtual Device (AVD) configuration matches the ABI filters defined in your app's build.gradle file. If your build.gradle only specifies x86 and you're trying to run it on an ARM64v8A AVD, you'll hit this error. Conversely, if you're building for ARM64v8A but your AVD is x86, the same problem arises. Adjust your ndk.abi filters in build.gradle to include the target architecture or create an AVD that matches your compiled output. In summary, the install_failed_no_matching_ABIs error is almost always an ABI mismatch. The fix involves identifying your device's architecture and then sourcing or compiling an APK that contains the native libraries for that specific architecture. Avoid generic APKs unless they explicitly state universal support, and even then, verify. Always double-check the source of your APKs for safety and compatibility. Thank you for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe for more tech troubleshooting tips.